Hey guys, Stephanie here. So this is going to be a Christmas art journal page. Okay. So I am working in my bigger journal here, and this is my Arteza 8x8 size. I decorated this like last year, and I just kind of put it aside. Not only I really haven't done anything in it, so I decided to pull it out and go ahead and put a Christmas layout in this book. And this is a mixed media art journal. So it's by Arteza. I don't know if I mentioned that. I think I did. I'm putting down some book pages for my background because I'm going to use some collage paper. Some of the Tim Holtz Christmas collage paper. I already picked out ahead of time some of my elements. I picked out a few mediums. I may be using this crackle paste, this distress crackle paste. I have that. All right. And then I got some mica sprays. These are absolutely beautiful. These are Tim Holtz Christmas mica sprays. They're gorgeous. And what else do I have? I have a few other things on this table, but I will show them to you as I go along to show you what it is I put on here, because most of my pages kind of start mostly the same, with book pages, washi tape, tissue. That's sort of my background and my layout, and then I just kind of build upon that. It's about building layers. I love to layer things. That's sort of my wheelhouse, amongst other things. So I am going to do that, okay? I had an idea in my mind, but we'll see if I can execute it, all right? So pull out your journals and whatever else you want to work on, and let's go ahead and get started on our project. I'm just putting down some book pages, from an old book. It's kind of how I like to do my layouts here. And I will probably add some washi, maybe. I don't know. I don't think I need it really because I have, the collage paper. But sometimes it adds extra interest if you do that. But you don't have to do that. You add whatever it is you want. You can do scrapbook paper, book pages, whatever it is you want to do. Everybody has something different that they like to add. Okay. And I'm also going to gesso my spine here. And I do that to kind of, I guess to really kind of seal it a little bit so the paint and the sprays don't leak down into the spine. I don't know if that helps, but putting a piece of washi tape down the spine certainly helps. So I'm probably going to do that, okay? Let's put this down here. I like that. That's cool. All right. And then you can just kind of lay them out however you want. This is just a primer to prime your surface for when you paint over it or spray over it or whatever it is you're going to do. All right. I like to prime my pages. I always do. And sometimes the pages wrinkle, but I don't have a problem with that because I like the texture. But again, if you did not like the wrinkling, you could just take like a credit card or something to smooth out the wrinkles. A bone folder will work too. Okay, so I put my book pages down, and now I'm just going to add some of this sort of vintagey looking washi. I'm not really sure where I'm going to add it at. I don't know. I may just put it in just random places here because I'm going to put some matte medium over it anyway. This is this one. Okay, let me unravel it here. Yeah, let's put it right here. Put a little matte medium over that. Matte medium. Okay. Because this is going to have a vintage Christmassy vibe. Because of some of the items that I chose for ephemera and stuff like that. See, let's put that there. I'm gonna put a couple more pieces down, and then it's gonna be there. So it's just gonna be kind of poking out a little bit, or peeking out, I should say. because once I put some of the collage paper on, you'll just see hints of it, which is what I want. Okay. Let's see. So I have this big piece, so I think I'm just going to tear it down the middle. Okay. And then I'm going to put, well, I already have that one over there, huh? So, you know what? Let's put a little piece here. I'm going to put a little piece here. And a piece here. Let's see, I think that might be it. All right. You know what? I'll put this. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna tear this in half and just put a little piece up here in the corner, and I think that'll be enough. Kind of give it a little something, you know. So, all right, and I'm gonna let this dry. I mean, I have my heat gun, so I might dry it a little bit. And when we come back, I will put the collage paper down, okay? So I'm just kind of layering things. And I think it's going to look great. Let's see. Maybe put that there. I don't want to waste the tape, so. Yeah, now it doesn't look like much now. I know. But when we get done with it, it's going to be fabulous, okay? So let me go ahead and dry this. And when we come back, we will do collage paper and other stuff, okay? All right, guys, so I just lightly dried this just because I'm gonna have to put the collage paper on top anyway, and I wanted to kind of dry it a little bit in stages so everything's not kind of moving around, you know. And this is my matte medium that I used, okay? It's my go-to. And then I also put a little bit of gesso on here. Now you can put one or the other, you don't necessarily need both, but you know, sometimes I like to use both just because of the sprays and the paints and stuff that I'm using. So, and I just kind of just put it in certain places. I didn't put it like all over, you know, just kind of put it in a little, you know, a few places here or there. And also kind of acts like a little, like a white paint almost kind of. Now I have this collage paper. This is the new 2121 release from Tim Holtz, the Ideology craft paper. I mean, Ideology collage paper. That's what I mean. So, go ahead and open it. It's so pretty. And yeah, we're gonna put it on here. I love this. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? That is so pretty. Wow, so pretty. So I definitely want this part, and probably one of these parts. Yeah, because it kind of looks like it's kind of continues on, kind of the same. So I'm just gonna tear off. Well, first of all, I unraveled it too much. I'm messing it up already. Just get out of the package. So I think I'm gonna do this. Okay. Now, of course, I can take a white paintbrush and do this, but I kind of want to just do it like that. Okay. I love that. That's so pretty. And then I'm gonna take pieces of it and just kind of put it all the way around. Although that's kind of a lot. That's kind of a big piece, huh? Because it kind of covers the whole thing, and I don't want to do that. Although, it looks pretty good. I mean, I can probably do it in the middle. Kind of keep everything else in the background, you know, sticking out. But I'll see. All right, so then I can take some of, I'll just take some of this. Because I have some sprays and ephemera and stuff we can use. You know, that we can put on here. Oh, that's pretty. I love that. Might be a little big. A little big. I don't know. It's pretty though. It's very pretty. Because I kind of want it almost like that. The way I had in my head was I wanted the poinsettia to be kind of facing down. If that makes any sense. Because I chose my little paper dolls here. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to put on here yet. But I like, oh, I like that. you know. I'm going to put a few over here, maybe. And I got this little, this is actually a tag. So we'll see. I'm going to have a few other pieces I may use. But I'm just kind of, auditioning. I like that. I like that. So I might take a piece of that off. Trim that down and trim this down just a little bit. And then we'll go from there, okay? And then we will still use these pieces in other, like I can use this little piece right here. Take this little piece here. Put it up here, just different places. And break it up like that. So let me do my layout here. And I will figure this out. Because I love that. It's upside down though, huh? Let me see. I mean, I guess I can probably... Oh, that's cute too. I like that too. We like that too. Here, let's move this piece over here. You can have that piece there. Okay. And then, yeah, I definitely got to take this down. This is a lot. I like Yuletide. That's pretty. So what I might do is just tear this piece up and use it separately, and have that kind of like right there. Or I might just tear another piece off here because I like this poinsettia. So let me figure this out, and then I will show you what I came up with, okay? All right, I think I figured it out. This is what I'm going to go with for now. This is my layout, so to speak. So I just tore up the tissue and the collage paper, and then just kind of laid it out first before I glued it down because, sometimes you may want to put things here or there. So it's best to lay it out first before you commit to it, okay? So this is sort of the direction I'm going, but we will see. I have to pull out some more ephemera because I want to build another scene over here, and I want to have a scene over here, but I want it to all flow. I want it to all flow and look really pretty and sort of have the vintage vibe to it, okay? So we will see how this turns out. I'm excited, all right? So I'm going to have to put all this down with my matte medium, and then when we come back, we will be doing the next step, okay? Okay, so in this section, I'm doing a voiceover because something happened to my audio. And I'm just explaining how I'm using the ephemera from the 2020 collection because I have not gotten the 2021 version of the ephemera yet. So I dug through my stash and found, the ephemera from last year, and I thought, well, it works perfect for this year. So, that's a testament to you. Dig through your stash and see what you have and see what you can use, right? So I found these cute pieces left over from last year, last Christmas, and some other little pieces in there with the layers and all that. So I'm just kind of mixing the pieces and laying them out and trying to get the composition down because I really like this and I think it's beautiful, and I'm going to use this beautiful family. And I'm going to use this beautiful wreath because I thought it was so pretty. So I'm going to layer it, put the family on top of the wreath. And I love that little special delivery piece there. It's very cute. So I'm just kind of placing pieces around just to kind of see how everything looks. If I want to move something, so on and so forth. And I think it looks great. So sometimes you just have to make things work, And yeah, I think it came out great. And after I, collaged the tissue paper in the background. Now here, I'm going to be using the crackle paste, the Tim Holtz crackle paste, with this particular stencil, with the brick, because I wanted it to have almost almost a brick fireplace or brick building kind of a look to it. So I thought that would be really cool with the crackle paste because, once we spray it, it'll give it a more of an effect. And I'm also going to use some texture paste. And this particular pink stencil is going to be like the snowballs coming down. So I'm going to be using two different stencils on this. I'm going to have it look like snowfall. And I had pulled that other molding paste out, but I ended up not using it because I wanted to use the matte texture paste, and it worked out great. And I put some glitter in it as well, and I think I'll show you that at some point. I sprinkled glitter on it and made it look like snow, so it came out great. But the crackle paste is great. It really, really is. It works. It gives that sort of, you know, tattered, torn feel to it. So I'm just taking, you know, a spatula here and, you know, laying it down on the project. And it came out beautiful. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. You know, placement is everything sometimes. So it'll look like, you know, bricks in the background, like snowy bricks almost, if that makes any sense. Because it's kind of a Christmas scene. So I wanted to have some snowy brick effects. Okay. And that pink stencil, that's sort of my go-to stencil for almost everything. I have a couple of different types of those stencils, and they work out fabulous. So I just wanted you to see what I was doing in case you aren't familiar and you wanted to try this on your own. You know, be inspired to create. And look at that. It came out beautiful. So I'm just going to continue with that. It looks great. I'm laying it on this page. You know, sort of it'll be like the family will be like on place on top, so it'll almost look, you know, like they were kind of outside taking a photo or against a brick wall kind of feel to it. That's what I kind of had in my head. I don't know if I executed that, but that was my thought in my mind when I was creating this. And sometimes that's all you need is a thought, you know. So there it is. It's gonna come out great. Really, really pretty. This crackle paste is wonderful. I love it. So much so that I bought extras. Right? Look at that. Beautiful. Pull that stencil right up. Gorgeous. And now I'm going to lay it on the other side. And that's how it's going to look. I have 3, you know, placements there. Okay, here I am. I am going to put down some grit paste snowfall. It is distressed grit paste snowfall. Yes, that's the name of it. Through this really cute stencil. This is one of my favorite stencils. I use this stencil a lot. You know, it's pretty universal for a lot of different projects. So I thought it would look really cute because it would look like snowballs or snowfall. So, and this paste is very textured, which I happen to like a lot. So I'm just kind of going over my placement here of how I want it to look on the piece. And, you know, holding the stencil down and putting it through the stencil and kind of making sure it looks, you know, like it's kind of snow coming out of the sky. But I think later on you will see this as I start to layer and layer that it did cover some of it up, but you could still see it. At least I didn't have a problem with it. It looked cute, really pretty. So I knew it was there. And when you look at it, you feel like you're looking at a scene, right? A winter Christmas scene, and that's kind of what I wanted to create. So I'm just putting it in different areas, really mostly on top, and having the brick crackle paste on the bottom. Okay, this would be great on a canvas as well, by the way. So you see how it leaves the little circles. It looks like little snow flurries, like kind of like little snowballs or something. I thought it was so pretty. And I believe that I added some glitter to this as well before it dried, just to kind of give it that snowy look, you know. But yeah, I just thought it was so pretty, right? It's beautiful. So I'm just kind of cleaning up some stuff there. I did all this before I, you know, put my ephemera on, because I didn't want my ephemera to get, you know, all messed up or whatever. So yeah, I'm just, you know, adding it in different places here. So I thought it came out great. All right, just different areas. Like it make it look like one big scene. Oh, that's so pretty. Wow, it turned out great. And I did it as well on the other side. So I had to kind of let it dry just a teeny bit so I wouldn't mess it up, you know, in stages here. Yeah. Kind of just adding kind of in places that I missed. Oh yeah, very nice. Very, very nice. And I believe I do the same thing on the other side. Yeah, cleaning up the little outlines there. You know, make it look very clean. So, yeah, it came out great. And on this side, I'm doing the same thing. Well, at least trying to. And in this clip, I'm just adding some glitter that I dug out from my stash to add to the grit paste. So I cut it open and just kind of sprinkled a little bit on there just to give it a little bit of sparkle, you know, to look like real snow, I guess. I guess you could probably also do this if you had an iridescent medium or an iridescent gesso or something like that. You know, you can always mix it in as well. But I thought about it kind of after the fact, so I decided to just go ahead and sprinkle it on and see what happens. And it came out great, actually. It looked really, really beautiful. And I just kind of dusted off the excess. Okay, the excess. Dusted off the excess. If I can talk. Yeah, so I just kind of went around just little snowballs, as I like to call them, and just, you know, dusted it on and it came out great. I thought it was beautiful. Really beautiful. So here is the finished project here in terms of me dusting the glitter on is what I mean. It came out beautiful. So all I did was take it, you know, take the book and hang it over the trash and just dust took off all the excess. And here I am showing you how I tested the spray stains because they came out very, very strong. And those are the Christmas spray stains from 2021. The blue is beautiful. The red is beautiful. The green, so is the green. However, they spray out very strong. And I'm glad I tested it before I put it on my project. Just because I wanted to see how it looked. So, you know, I can move accordingly because I don't necessarily want it to come out that strong out of the bottle. You know, it's beautiful, really beautiful. And it has a little shimmer because it's mica. It's, you know, the mica stains. So they came out really beautiful when you spray them right out of the bottle. So, yeah. Now, it is dry. Like I said, and it's beautiful. I love the shimmer there. It looks like real snow. Isn't it pretty? So now I'm going to do some sprays here. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to spray this. Well, no. First I'm going to do is some distress oxides here with the vintage photo and the aged mahogany. I'm going to mix the two. And I'm going to put it on top of here, okay? And then I'm going to do the sprays. So there's a few things I want to do here. I can't do too many things, you know? Try to do too much. I'm going to go over it first with the vintage photo, and then I'm going to go over it with the aged mahogany. Okay. And I have to kind of dab it because this crackle paste is cracking, so it'll come up, you know. All right. Just go over it like that. And it is cracking. Okay. Adding the aged mahogany oxide because I want it to look like brick because that's what it looks like. So, all right. So I like that. That's very cool. All right. So we're done with that. I use these two. Okay. Show them to you again. Just All right, so those are done. Now, this comes out very strong, y'all. Very, very strong out of the bottle. So I'm gonna have to be very careful. Okay, so just know if you get these mica stain sprays, they're very strong. All right, and I don't want to make it just like, a mess, but I just want to have a hint of color, just a little bit, So, I think what I might do is just do this, because I think, and then what I might do is just add a little water, because it'll be a mess. So, we'll see how that works, okay? Put a little bit more up here. Okay, let's see how this works. Because, yeah, look at that. You will have stained hands. Okay, with this. And then that's just what I'm going to do. Using my vaporizer here. Just so I can run a little bit. Oh, I like that. Okay. Now, while that's happening, let's do some green. Here, I'm going to do a paintbrush. You can move it around a little bit. Okay. Okay. I'll add just a little bit more because this red is really strong. And I want some green too. All right. All right, this is what we're going to do here. All right. Let's see. All right, let's just do that. We will move it around with our paintbrush. Oh, make sure it kind of moves around a little bit. Oh, I like this green. We're going to just let this run. I'm going to hold it like this and let it run. All right, move it down a little bit. And then we will take a wipe and kind of dab it a little bit. Okay, let's see. It looks a little, I think I could use a little bit more red over here. Let's put some in the corners here. All right, there. Okay. Just kind of moving it around. Oh, wow, I like it. I like it. Could use just a teeny bit more green though, huh? Let me see. All right, I'll let that run. All right, I really like this. I like this. Okay, it turned out a little different than I wanted it, but that's okay. I love it. And then when it dries, it's going to be gorgeous. So I might add just a tiny bit more green in some places, you know, and then that's it. And what I do is I just sprayed it with water to kind of move it around the page, and just take the book and let it, you know, drip, so it can drip wherever it wants to go. And then you could take your napkin and dab wherever you want to, you know. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool looking. Very cool looking. Okay. It looks really good. Yeah. This is green. This is green, right? Let's see. Let's see. All right, just in a couple places here. Pretty. It's so pretty. Pretty, pretty. Okay. Okay. All right. All right, guys. So I really like this. I'm going to let this dry, right? Now, I kind of wanted all the stuff to kind of be at the top, and then because I'm going to put the ephemera over here, you know, on the bricks, so to speak, bricks. And then we're going to build up from there. So I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to dry a little bit with my heat gun. And then when we come back, I believe we will just lay down the ephemera and finish it off, okay? I'm just going to use what I have. I'm going to use the, you know, the ephemera from 2020. And it goes perfect. It looks great with this. So I'm still drying this. And that's kind of what I wanted. Maybe I may use some of this and I may not. I don't know, now that I colored it or whatever. So I think that looks cool. I had it laid out like this. So we will see. Yeah, all this is from Ideology 2020, not 2021. So I had some pieces left over from last year. So I thought I would just use them in this layout, you know, might as well. It's kind of has a vintage vibe. And these are from the groups. Okay, this beautiful family. And then this is also a piece of the ephemera. Okay, and so is this, like a part of the layers. There's layers, and then there's ephemera, and then there's groups. So there's three different things. So I think all of these are layers. Ephemera, layers, and groups. Okay, so I have that, and we will see. So I pulled up a little dog and a little, you know, candy cane there. So we will see. I love that. May or may not use that. I like that. That's cute, but I don't know if I need him now. We may put him someplace else. We'll see. But I like the idea of that. Okay, this is a very traditional layout. I think it's beautiful. So far, that's what I have. I love that. And I might have to put a sentiment over here. I didn't have that many sentiments, so I had to kind of, you know, put it together a little bit. All right, so just so you know, these are super sticky and hard to peel off. So I don't know if I care for that. But I'm going to lay it on here and see if I like it. We'll see. Merry Christmas. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. I need something a little bit bigger. And I might have to dig in some more ephemera that I have, you know, to put it there. But I will see. But it's okay. You know, it's okay. Because it goes with kind of dark with that. So, I mean, I can always add some black to it, but I like the way that it looks. So it's not too bad. Special delivery, I like that. I don't necessarily need that there. I can have that there. Yeah, there we go. We can put that there. Okay, and then maybe put Merry Christmas there. We got Merry Christmas. So I may have to dig in the ephemera and look more. So this is kind of sort of what the layout might be. I love that. I'm going to take a picture of this. So if not, I'm going to dig through the ephemera just in case and see if I can find something else to put up here. But I love it. Okay, I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, and I may add some something else. We'll see. we'll see how it goes. Okay. So I am going to glue all this down. I love the way that it looks. I took a look at it through my phone, and I love it. But I think I'm going to cut this down just a little bit. So I'm going to cut it like right here. And then just glue it on here. Sorry about my hands, y'all. It's stained from the sprays. So, but I love it. I think what I'm gonna do is ink this up too. I think that would probably be good to ink it up with some. I'm gonna use some archival ink. Hold on. So I'm gonna use some coffee colored archival ink to ink this up. I would use a vintage photo, but that moves. You know, like if you touch it or spray it or whatever. So I'm just going to ink this up. Take down some of this white. You know. And cut it off a little bit so I can add it. It has a little vintage. Just a little something. On our little Santa here. So I love that. The little around the edges. See how that looks? It looks really cool. Right? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do all of them like that, I think. I think it'll tie it all together. You know? My recommendation, if you're going to do this, just let it dry in stages. Make sure, you know, everything dries in stages. Your collage, your mediums, your sprays, all of that. Just so, you know, it won't go anywhere. I'm going to cut it off, though, but I'm gonna probably still use that piece. Here, I'll put some on here as well. We're going to glue all this down. I have my glue ready. I'm going to use wet glue. I'm going to be using my art glitter glue. There is no glitter in art glitter glue. All right. So, just going to edge up our folks here. A pretty family here. Beautiful family. All right. Give them a little color. Give everybody a little color. Okay. All right. I love that. And I got to do this one. And then I'm going to do our little doggy here. I'm going to sit him up here. I kind of think I'm going to put him here, but I'm just going to sit him up here for now. I don't think I need to do the letters. Although, just in case. And they have to be delicate with these because these are the only two that I have. So, you know, got to be gentle. When you don't have a lot of pieces to work with, you got to be gentle with your pieces. All right, so that's the ink that I used, okay? Now, got to start gluing. So, we're going to just glue this down. Okay. Oh, make sure don't put it upside down. All right. Make sure it's not crooked. And we're just going to glue it down. Now, because this is raised, you probably have to hold it on there for, probably have to hold it on here for a few minutes. For, you know, not a few minutes, but, you know. Here, I'll sit it up there. There we go. Let it dry. And then we'll just go through and glue everything. And when I come back, I will show you, you know, what I done. Okay? And it looks gorgeous. So I'm just holding it up so you can see. It still sparkles. It has some shimmer to it, which I love. I know a lot of people who do mixed media generally don't like shimmer and metallics and all that kind of stuff. But I happen to love that sort of thing. And, of course, I pulled out some of my pencils here that I might use. My ink tints, my graphite tint, and my tinted charcoal. So all from Derwent, my new pencils that I recently got. I love these. So I'm going to go around it just with some pencils, you know, in certain areas to give it a little something. And, you know, smudge it a little bit and you know, add a little depth to it and stuff like that. So, all right, I love, it's a little, you can smudge these. That's why I like these pencils so much. Okay. Take a wet paintbrush too and go around it. Okay, look at that. All right. Let's see here. There we go. Smudge that a little bit. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. A little bit. All right, so I'm just adding like some other elements to it. Okay, make it look a little bit more vintage, a little vintage, you know, a little bit more vintage. And this is the graphite tint a pencil called England. It's like a brown. That's what it looks like. So I'm just putting it on here, but I'm taking like almost like a dry brush, like a damp brush, and kind of just going over it, you know, add a little depth to my piece here. Love that. Okay. Oh. All right, so I'm just adding some of that to it. I think it looks really good. I think it looks really good. All right, just a little bit all over. Oh, you know, throughout. I think it looks great. You know, I mean, nobody really can tell but me, but that's okay. It's my journal. You know. All right, so I love that. I love it. Oh yeah, it adds a little bit of a vintage flavor to it. A little vintage vibe. This one was called Bark in the Derwent ink tints, and then of course this one is called Cocoa. This has been my go-to. This one for vintage projects, the Cocoa. So love that. All right, so I did that. Now, one of the last things I'm going to add, and then we will be done here. I think I'm going to do some stickles. Now, when this dries down, it's going to be flat, and I'm okay with that. Okay, so I just want to add just a little something in here, you know. I like that. I know this is a book, but I'm okay with that. You know, it'll dry down nice. So, oh, here, let's do Santa's hat. So they'll just have some little like dots on here. I love that. Oh, look at that. Just a little extra here. And I love that. All kind of all throughout. Okay. I love that. How about some in the baby hair? No, I was going to put some in the girl's hair, but I think that that's a little much. All right. And you know what else I forgot to add? I'm going to let this dry first. I got to put some stamps on here. I'm just going to put a little stamping on here, and then I will be officially done. So I'm going to let this dry this down. All right. I realized I didn't put any stamps on here. I got to let it dry down, you know. And yeah, so look at how pretty. She's so pretty. It's so pretty. Oh my God, so beautiful. All right, so we're going to add some stamps. And I think that's it. Okay? All right, so the pages are dry now with everything. And I put a little bit of this stickles on here. Like just, you know, for a little sparkle. Because I happen to like that sort of thing. I know some people who make, who do art journaling generally don't like that. But I love it. That's my aesthetic. And look at how beautiful this is. So I did take a little bit of gesso and just go over it in places, you know. To kind of tie it all together. I do love it. I'm going to stamp it. Pulled out my stamp. Now this stamp is kind of big. So I'm just going to do it, you know, in little places here. And I have another one I'm going to put on here as well. But other than that, I do love it. I do wish I would have had a smaller, you know, December 25th little thing here. But other than that, I love it. So yeah, got that and that. So yeah, it looks good. I love it. It looks really, really good. So it looks good. To give you a close-up view here. Okay. So yeah. All right, now let me do my stamping here. I should probably pull out my other stamp, but I'll try this one first. And this one I'm going to be using archival ink. All right, black archival ink. And I'm just really going to, you know, do the edges of it here. Now, this is a huge stamp on a huge stamp, you know, pad. Hold on, let me get some of this on here. Can you see that? Yeah, you can a little bit. Okay. I'm probably not going to be able to do all of it, but okay. I love it. Let's see. Hear the birds outside. I have my window open. Okay. All right. So that is probably going to do it. That's about all I can stamp because of, you know, it has so much stuff on it already. So I don't want to put too much on here. There we go. All right. Yeah. So it looks great. I think I love it. I really do. It adds a little something to it. So I think that it is finished. I can't see adding anything else. I think it's a lot. That's a lot already. Okay. So that is it for this Christmas, art journal mixed media layout. And I thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments regarding this video, leave it below and I'll answer and get back to you. And give me a follow on my social media at Stephanie Garrett Creative on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And at Stephanie Garrett Designs on Facebook and Instagram. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.